What's up, everyone? We got a very special show today because we've got one of our online members, somebody who's been following us for a while and who we're really excited to have on the show, Kwok. We've also got Joachim, who is the all-round legendary flexible dude from Belgium, who's doing a workshop tomorrow, and we're going to be revealing our latest program, the Press to Handstand Masterclass, going live today. Stick around. Hey everyone, in case we haven't met, my name's Rad Burmeister. I'm one of the co-founders of Unity Gym and co-creators of the Unify Movement System, or UMS, where we turn driven people into superhumans. And the way we do that is that we've got a program that has a balance between strength and flexibility. If you want to know how we do it, grab one of our free blueprints, the Flexibility, Strength, or Nutrition Blueprint. There's a link in the description of this video. As always, I'm joined by Phil White here, our resident physiotherapist. But today we have a special guest. Let me see if I get this right. Kwok Nguyen from Brisbane.
Yep.
Yeah, one of our online tribe members who I've been checking him out on Instagram, and he's pretty bloody good at what he does. And we're also joined by Joachim Hilderson from Belgium. How are you, Kwok?
Good. Just flew here this morning. I caught the 5 a.m. plane here and caught the trains into
nice
down
one,
my way.
Yeah.
So one jet lag and one tired will be
yeah,
show
we're
this
sorted.
morning.
And then he got me straight into work.
Yeah. As soon as he got here, he's out there installing our stall bars. We've been talking about getting stall bars at this gym for a long time, and they are going up right now. I can hear Yanni drilling in the background.
Yeah,
So
classic stitch up, just
yeah. Come and do a workshop, man. Oh, by the way, here's some tools.
Yeah,
you
come
know?
work out with us. Like grab a broom.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty accurate representation of what it's like here at the gym. Though there's always something
There's
new.
always
It's like getting
something
installed or
Well,
something happening.
But
so.
soon they won't be. We're getting very close. We're getting very close to looking at that gym and going, yeah, it's done, finally. How are you today, Joachim?
Very good. Getting used to the life in Sydney.
Yeah.
Pretty happy about
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Getting used to being on the live show as well. You look a little bit more
a
relaxed
little bit
today.
relaxed.
You know?
Yesterday I had too much coffee as well. So like,
Yeah, we finished the show and he's like, man, I was fucking like, I felt like I needed to jump out of my seat. Yeah, did
So
you got a better sleep last night?
yeah. Full 7 hours. So that's already pretty
Ready
pretty
for the
good.
workshop.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
for sure.
Yeah, it's such a different feeling, huh, when you get a good sleep.
Yeah.
And you and me were talking yesterday with, the better you seem to get at this whole movement game, the more sort of injuries you seem to come up with, and it's all part of the journey. And you and me were talking about yesterday how some of our injuries are both starting to come good, and we're starting to feel a bit better and being able to move better. So that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And then I made you do a whole bunch of stall depressors, and now you got sore shoulders.
It's been a while. I was happy it was still there, but
Yeah, we talked
definitely
so much about
feeling
like load management and warm ups and all that.
And then
it's
we
like,
threw it out the
hey,
window.
we need a cool picture.
Yeah. I got to make you do 50 reps so we can get it on camera. Yeah, no, cool. So, Kwok, tell us, look, you know what, before we get into this, because some people don't watch our whole show, and I just want to let you guys know, we've had a lot of people over this last year since we launched our online coaching have been requesting, especially since we did the handstand masterclass, have been asking for a press to handstand masterclass because, I post videos, and that's a skill that I only unlocked myself a couple of years ago. For me, it's my proudest moment so far in the calisthenics and gymnastics journey. It was one of those things that I just could not even comprehend how to do a couple of years ago. We've finally done it. We've finally put together the Press to Handstand Masterclass. It's an unbelievable program. And of course, when we go live and we launch something on a flash sale, we give away a whole bunch of stuff. So it includes the Handstand Masterclass, the Strength and Flexibility Essentials mini course, and the Intermittent Fasting Guide. Total value, $595. You can get it for the next 4 days or 3 days for $79 US. So there's going to be a link in the description of this video. There'll be some emails going out. If you want to learn a press to handstand, get it. But now to you, Kwok. Cool. Tell us about your journey, man, because, this is the first time we've met you. We see you commenting on our show all the time. You give us a lot of love, which we really appreciate. And I thought, man, this dude's, commenting on our stuff a lot. I'm going to check him out on Instagram. And I saw you, man. You're, chump. You do some pretty cool stuff.
I appreciate that.
Who are you on Instagram? How can people check you out?
Kwok.nguyenpt.
Yeah, and how do we spell Nguyen?
Nguyen.
NGU. So Kwok.nguyenpt.
I've tagged him in the comments here, so anyone who's looking on
Sweet.
Facebook.
Check him out. If you're watching this show live, or even if you're watching it at all, check him out on Instagram. You're doing some pretty cool stuff. And you were saying that what you've gotten the most out of our shows is flexibility.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I started watching you guys on YouTube. I think you had like
about 9K subscribers on
Yep.
YouTube.
Back then, yeah.
I searched for the content because I was into calisthenics and handstands. Started to do that, and noticed my handstands were kind of on a mad angle because my shoulders weren't opening up, had no hamstring flexibility or anything like that. So searched the internet and found these two brothers talking about flexibility.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'd been personal training for about 8 years, and the information you're telling about, never seen it, never heard about it, and it made me realize like I need to start to educate myself a little bit more about this. So I looked into the videos, started to do the little workouts that you showed on the YouTube channel, and started to put into work the stuff you were teaching us, and got a little bit more flexible and all that stuff. So I started to get better at the handstands and wanted to learn to press the handstands, searched it up, and you were talking about the press the handstands, so I started to do some of the exercises there. Really worked on the pancake. I think it was the first thing that I tried to work on. Had no concept of what the pancake did, had no concept of what muscles you would use, but I knew that I had to work on hamstring flexibility, and started to learn the pancake routine that you guys did. Got really good, well, decent at it, and then my handstands and press the handstands started to flow off that.
Yeah. It's amazing, huh? When you get good flexibility, the way that the things that it unlocks is amazing. But it's cool that you say that because, I had the same thing with Joachim, we searched the internet and I found this dude that was doing some really cool stuff and wanted to learn, and, that's what brought us together.
Yeah.
And we live in this, we live in a really golden era. I don't know if a lot of people that are watching this show that are, maybe I'd say, under the age of 25 would really understand how lucky we are now, because I turned 42 this year, and if I go back to when I was like young and hungry to learn this stuff when I was in my teen years, there was no YouTube, there was nothing, I couldn't find, like, the only thing you got exposed to, you'd see some dude doing something and you go, oh my God, look at that, and you'd run up to him and ask him where he learned it. And then, like, martial arts was my thing when I was younger, and probably only because when I was a kid, that's what I saw. I didn't see calisthenics as a kid. I saw Bruce Lee, I saw Jackie Chan, I saw Jet Li. And so I used to go to the video store and hire all the Kung Fu movies and watch them, and that's how I'd learn. So these days, we live in this golden era where if you want to learn something, you just type it into YouTube and you find this just amazing stuff, right? I mean, do you find, Joachim, is that sort of how you've come across a lot of the stuff that you've, been exposed to and the way that you've found really good teachers?
Yeah, for sure. Like, again, growing up, like I talked about like my bodybuilding days because that's all we knew. You live in a closed off kind of, it's kind of like an island, and what everybody's doing, you're gonna do. And I'm very motivated to do, sports and to work on my physique. But I've never heard of anything calisthenics, flexibility related in a kind of a cool way that we're doing it now. Like you can call it like the bro gymnastics, it's like not full-on gymnastics, but we're all like learning presses, levers, and getting flexible. It's such an exciting journey, and I'm 100% sure if I would have been exposed to that in my younger years, I just would have done that instead of just pumping up biceps. It was also cool. Whatever, but
got the chicks, huh?
But well, actually no, I was too huge, man. Like, they were scared of me. Like, well, whatever. Like,
Mate, do you have any pictures of back in your bodybuilding days?
Yeah, they're on.
How much bigger
they
were you?
died.
How much more did you weigh?
Probably 16 kilos.
Wow.
Yeah, it was solid, man.
Yeah,
solid.
wow. Yeah, I never did it, huh? I actually, because I was right into Kung Fu, man, and I was skinny. Like, I've put on 10 kilos since then. But I only actually started even lifting weights for the first time about 7 or 8 years ago when I got out of the army, because I got out of the army. I'd been a personal trainer already for a few years before I joined the army, and then I got out and I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a real go, and Yanni and me are going to open Unity Gym. I better learn how to lift weights, So that's when I started doing my strength training.
Yeah, but to your point, Croc, of like, you've been a personal trainer for 8 years. You've done, you're set forward to get your certificate. Like, it's pretty interesting having gone through sports science and physiotherapy myself, where you kind of learn the conventional sort of stuff, and then you get out in the real world and you see what everyone else is doing, like, and you just think like, oh damn, why didn't I learn that, in my traditional learning? And it's sort of an interesting time where YouTube really just does seem to be where you can access, and social media is where you can access these people who are really excelling in parts of what you've trained to do, but you haven't been actually trying to
Yeah.
do it in the best sort of way.
I have like now that Instagram, YouTube, and all these social platforms are out there. Like, it's been the whole, it's been such a new and liberating thing because I've met so many people through the channel that is Instagram.
Yeah.
So many people, and that I now call my friends. In Australia,
Yeah.
in Sweden, in America, like so many countries, and this is like. This
Yeah.
is a life. Like, I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for Instagram. I wouldn't be teaching, international workshops.
Yeah.
Like, it's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
great,
amazing,
man.
isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we live in this, there's a paradigm shift going on in the whole fitness industry now. But it's funny to even call it the fitness industry. I feel like what we do, I wouldn't call it the fitness industry, but it is. That's the way that the general population would refer to it. But we're in this shift where we're moving away from, you're a gymnast or you're a dancer or you're a martial artist or it's probably Ido Portal that really pushed this or got people saying this, but it's this, you're a mover, you're in the movement culture. And I know that for me, when I decided that I was going to stop martial arts in the sense of I'm a martial artist and I don't do anything else because I've only got time for martial arts, it was when I went to Ido's workshop, and the biggest thing I got out of it was that he opened my mind to look at this whole thing as being, call yourself a student of movement. You don't have to be a gymnast. You don't have to be a this.
No,
you don't
yeah.
have to be that. And it's cool because we all get to learn off each other,
Yeah.
and you can take what you love and reject what you don't love, and add what's yours and make it into something cool. So yeah, it's a cool time to be to be passionate about something and to be trying to move forward
sure.
with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty different job if you just did what you learned in your Cert 4, hey? If you were sitting there teaching the kind of conventional stuff, I think there's a lot less.
Oh man,
Not many
it's
people are
so
really passionate
funny.
about that, hey?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
just-
so funny. I mean, we've got personal trainers that come to Unity Gym and train here daily because they don't feel inspired in the gym that they train at, and they want to come and train somewhere where they feel inspired. And even just when I give them a little gold nugget of something and they go, oh my god, I thought the deadlift was meant to be done this way, and it's really cool, the way that we're all learning off each other. So look, again, talking about learning, this is going to be a short show today because the four of us and Richard and Yanni, we're all going for lunch today. We all want to catch up and have a good conversation. So I really just wanted to let you guys know that this is your last opportunity to get in if you're in Sydney or even if you're around Sydney to come and do this Legends workshop tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. There's some great concepts going to be coming out about really modern ways of approaching flexibility. Things that have completely changed my view and have given me some massive leaps forward in my own training, and that have then filtered down and helped our tribe with what we do. So, we've got 2 spots left. It's only $200 for a really amazing experience. So if you want to do that, you can DM us or email me, rad@unitygym.com, if you want to get a ticket. And if you want to get this Press to Handstand Masterclass, if any of you have got any of our programs before, you'll know that we deliver amazing results, and we also offer a money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, we'll just give you your money back. But this is an opportunity to get a whole bunch of our programs, $595 worth for only $79 US. If you haven't ever got one of our programs and you want to learn a handstand or a Press to Handstand, get this one. If you don't like it, tell me, I'll give you your money back. It's as simple as that.
Before we do wrap up, I'd love to hear with Quok, I think the fact that Quok has been really active on our online sort of stuff and has clearly learned a lot from it. I'd love to hear the kind of way that you've, used the channel. Like you're not a member of the online coaching, are you? But you're on the UMS Mastermind group and you're on the YouTube, and I think it's just an interesting sort of way to see how you can really maximize your learning just from being kind of a part of this group. And you're actually one of the people who really comment and ask questions, and I'd just like to hear a bit about what your experience with that has been like.
Well, I guess when I saw you guys do the YouTube channel and do the videos and stuff like that, I asked a question on the YouTube comment, and Rad actually responded to me. I was like, oh, they're actually responding to people. Okay, that's pretty cool. And I always like to learn off people, try to have some guidance with my training and stuff like that. So always searching for people who know way more than me and learn off them. And I was like, took it as an opportunity to, okay, I can learn off someone who's done it, at that point I think I was trying to do the pancake. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about how to do it properly, what muscles engage, and what you can do from there. So I just started interacting, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys started answering the questions. Like, okay, cool. I was really, what I really like about what you guys are doing with Unity is you're putting so much value out to the market, and once the value is out there, people will start to interact and realize how much awesome the information is. And just from the YouTube and interact on the Facebook page, my flexibility has gone 100-fold to where I was before. Had no flexibility in hamstrings, or the quads, or anything like that. And just doing the YouTube stuff, interacting with you guys, learning a lot more, and it's just helped me tremendously. You can look at my Instagram, the stuff I'm doing now compared to what I was doing before. You can actually see the progression just from you guys' content. So
That's awesome.
which is awesome.
Yeah, it's something that we're big on. Yanni and I made a decision, it wasn't an accident. We said to each other, what do we want to do with this stuff? And we made a decision that we were just going to, help people as much as we could. And we were looking at other people's YouTube channels, and people were putting out this great content, but that's where it stops. There's we could see there's all these questions and there's all this interaction, but nothing from the people back that are creating the content. And we thought, no, we're going to do it differently. We're going to, do our very best to answer every single question and help people when they need it. And so it's great to hear a story like that.
So this is the golden time for Unity Gym, where you can get in, you can get your questions in, and we'll definitely get to
one day
we're
going to have 150 or 200,000 followers, and it won't be so easy to answer every single one. So get in there while you can. All right, sweet.
And just before we go, sorry, Joachim, would you be open to doing something like this on your own channels? Like, do you like questions to your own things, or are you more like a bit?
It is something to think about for sure.
Yeah. I'm already G'ing him up for it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I've been taking it step by step, and it just keeps progressing from where I started. So I'm leaving everything open, and
he'll have his own
seeing where it
podcast
goes.
in a week. You wait and see. Yeah. Whenever anyone comes in here, they come out going, "Fuck, I got to make my own podcast."
He'll have like special custom mics that look like a little shoe brush that he.
Yeah, that's right. The Jack Russo mic.
Love it.
Of course.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Come down, check out the workshop tomorrow. Get one of the last 2 spots. Grab our the Press to Handstand Masterclass if you want to. There'll be links going out, emails going out. And we will see you next week. And listen to the podcast.
Yeah, and on the podcast, I'm now going to be doing on our Friday, so it's Friday 11 a.m. here. I'm going to be putting this one up, but I'm also going to be scheduling one to go out in 24 hours, so all you people who are behind the times can get a Friday commuting podcast, and it's going to be a best of past episodes. So I'm going to start off with some of our special guests from before we were turning into a podcast, and so I'll watch this space. It'll be good.
Oh, awesome. All right, have a good weekend, everyone. See you soon.
Health is about performance, not just body image.
You better be willing to accept what you're going to have to do to get there.
We'll start focusing on movement goals, strength goals, flexibility goals.
When you nail that skill, that's there forever.
The body image goal doesn't get you that
It's
far.
the consistency and frequency that's going to get you there. It's not the intensity.
There's no shortcuts to mastery and movement. Destination doesn't change overnight, but your direction will.
The gym is not the place to beat up the body that you hate. It's the place to build the body that you love.
We are the gym that teaches people how to move instead of just exercise, because we believe that health is about performance, not just body image.